SR&BG and Escaping the Lion's Den, God's Protection, Part 2. When you have a praying mama, a praying grandmama, when you raised in a home that put the Most High first, my mama prayed all day, man. She taught me how to pray. She's a prayer warrior. My grandma is prayer warriors. These people can pray for hours, man. I can't pray for no damn hours, but there's people, warriors, that can pray for hours. When you have these people on your side, you have all the power, all the protection of the Most High. It's like you have a damn shield of destiny or something, like on Zelda, like nobody can even penetrate you, man. So in the last Escaping the Lion's Den, God's Protection, Part 1, I talked about the war between the 11A East Coast Block Crips and the 11-6 Avalon Gangster Crips, and how God protected me and my family through prayer. Now, there's a lot of things that took place at that time, but I don't want to go into detail like that. Just understand that God's protection was on my family and we didn't get touched. In this video, Part 2, I want to go over the Mad Swan Bloods, the Inglewood families, and the Queen Street Bloods. Let me start off with the Mad Swan Bloods. So, after all of that 116th Avalon Gangster Crip and 11A East Coast War and all of that, I went to the military. There's another story that I'm going to tell, but for now, let me say, I went to the military, right? Got kicked out the military. I came home. The World Trade Centers fell, all of that around that time. I'm home. Now my mom's, she have to move, right? So I'm living inside of 11A East Coast Hood because they took over 11-6 Avalon Gangster Crip Hood. My moms have to move. I'm living with my moms. After I got out the military, I started living with my moms. And she had to move. And when I realized where she had to move, man, almost fainted, man. She had to move in Swan's hood. Mad Swan Blood. A hard blood gang. And I respect Mad Swan Bloods. I always have certain Mad Swan Blood members in my prayers, man. I had a cool relationship with the Mad Swan Bloods. But at this time, you have to understand that besides Athens Park, the East Coast main blood enemy as a whole was Swans. And Swans, they not just no punks or anything. East Coast is definitely not no damn punks, but Swans ain't no punks either. And my mom's is about to move in a damn neighborhood, man. Like right in the middle of a damn neighborhood, man. And I knew that me and my brothers, we wasn't going to be able to come over there. So she moved over there, you know what I'm saying? I didn't move with her. I was too damn nervous to move with her, man. I moved up in Inglewood with this one female. This is where the Inglewood families and the Queen Street Bloods come in. But me and her, we was off and on. So I was with her, I was homeless, I was with my sister, and eventually, here comes the Lion's Den, eventually, I had to go stay with my mom up in Swan's hood. She lived in these triplex, like 3 apartments, three houses on the property, right? It was 2 in the front and it was 1 in the back. She lived in the back. And guess what? One of the biggest G's from Belhaven, Bonnie, Big G, my brother. He was living right in the front, man, and he's a reputable. He's an OG, like a double OG. Big Ron, Big G from Belhaven, Bonnie. He lived right in the front, man. When I first moved with my moms, I didn't go outside for like 2 weeks because, see, Big G, he knew a lot of people, man, a lot of bloods. So my whole yard was filled with bloods. Damn near every day. Swans, Bonnie VNGs, man. And I'm just now coming from this 11A East Coast Block Crip neighborhood. And understand too, 11A East Coast Crip, they beef with Belhaven Bonnie hard, and they beef with Bonnie hard. Like a murder beef. It's not no plan, it's not no talking, it's on sight. And I'm in the house, man, and I'm looking out my window like, okay, how is this gonna play out? And trust me, man, I'm nervous. I'm shitting bricks. But you know, God is good. I come from a praying family, man. My mom, she pray a lot. I guess my grandma taught her how to pray. I don't know, but they pray all damn day. My mama wake up, she gets some damn coffee. She open up her Bible, and she get to praying and saying hallelujah and stuff all day, every day. So while I'm looking out the window at all of these swans and the homie next door, Candy Man, he live next door. He from Swans too. And he know a lot of people. So, man, I'm like in the middle of their hood. And I'm trying not to be seen, right? But one day I come out, and Big G from Belhaven Bonnie, he like, hey, what's up, homie? And all of this. Where you from? All of this. I say, yeah, my mom stay back there, and we moved from this neighborhood, but I don't gang bang and all of that. And he looked at me funny, but at this time, he was like about 43 years old. I was about 23 years old. He was about 43 years old. So he was already a G. He was already settling down, kind of. He still had homies. He still was a blood, but he wasn't active like that. He was getting into church and different things like that, like OGs be doing and stuff. A lot of them do. So he gave me a pass. And as the days went on, he became my weed buddy. You know what I'm saying? I wake up in the morning and I get a bag, and then we smoke. And as we smoke, different people will come over, like the homie Cornbread, rest in peace, from Swans. He'll come over, you know what I'm saying? Different people will come over, and that's how I started, you know, being familiar with the Swans and the Belhaven Bonnie that was over there. Like the homie Way Out in the wheelchair from Swans. I love Way Out, man. He my brother. Way Out is always in my damn prayers, man. These guys gave me a pass, man. I don't know what they seen in me or what, but they liked it me, man. And now I'm in the front of my mom's house, and it's like 10 bloods. You hear what I'm saying? And these ain't no busters. I get a job at the warehouse, right? This warehouse in Carson. And this warehouse in Carson, it's ran by bloods. It's a lot of Samoan, a lot of Carson bloods and Perus, and you know what I'm saying? It's the Kmart, the Kmart warehouse. Well, no, the Target. My bad. The Target warehouse in Carson, right? In Delamo. And it's ran by bloods. And it's this one Swans up in there. I'm not gonna say his name because he too much of a rider, right? And they teamed me up with him. Me and him, we gonna offload a trailer. So we offloading the trailer for like 2 days, and we talking about his hood and all of that, right? And he became my homie. So one day, I'm in the front of my mom's yard, and it's a gang of Bloods, and he pull up, and he say what's up to the Bloods and everything, but he was like, my nigga. And I hop up, and he gave me dap and a hug and all that. And after that day, being that he was a reputable that hard from Swans, it was a wrap. I could go anywhere. I could go buy weed from different people and all of that. You hear what I'm saying? It was all good. The Most High blessed me, man. I started growing my dreads. I wasn't a gangster. I was a rapper and a conspiracy theorist. The Swans, they know me as a rapper and a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a damn gangbanger. You hear what I'm saying? I used to tell them all types of conspiracies. I used to break down David Icke and Dr. Blair and all of that before the internet came out, when we used to have to buy the tapes and the DVDs, the Bobby Hemmett. I used to break it down to him. And I also used to rap, right? Had dreads. I also got good with the Florences. Let me mention the F-13s. My mom's house and the Florence Metro Blue Line station, I would have to walk down Florence to Central. If anybody from LA know, that's like about a mile walk down Florence to get to the train station. And at this time, they was beefing with blacks hard. But I was able to walk down Florence every single day. I was able to walk back and forth down Florence, not because I'm a big hard guy. The Swans didn't like me because I was a big hard guy. I didn't survive the Avalons and the East Coast and all of that because I'm a big hard guy. Trust me, I'm telling you. I'm humbling myself and saying because I had praying relatives. My mama, my grandmama, people in my family, they pray. This is how I was able to walk down Florence when it was murdering blacks, man. I lived in the Lion's Den, man. I was placed right in there. I was born and raised in all Crip neighborhood. Now, when I get grown and out the military, I'm surrounded by all Bloods and all Mexicans that don't even like Crips, man. But I was able to walk up and down there every day. And I wasn't nervous. And there was essays between Central and the train station, the Florence train station. Man, you're going to see so many Florences. They done hit me up so many times. When my baby mama went to jail, man, I used to have to get off the train and push my daughter down Florence past gangbangers. They know who I am. They cool with me, man. Not because I'm a cool a killer or a gangster or anything like that. It's like I'm the damn Pope or something, man. Because the Most High. All right. So, I'm living in Swan Hood. I'm cool with everybody. Everybody is good and everything. This is actually when I got on Primos, when I got on crack. You hear what I'm saying? And I feel that the Most High got me on crack at this time because he wanted to dumb me down. If I was like this, how I am now, inside of the Swan neighborhood at that time, this would have gave them a reason to bring up my past and be like, nah, he lived up in the East Coast hood. He was from over there and all of that. But you know, when you weak and you on Primos and crack and all of that, people, they just, be like, oh, he just a crackhead. So I really think that that's why the Most High allowed me to be on crack at that time. I also was sinning and low down vibrating, man. So I'm running around the Swans. And I also got this female up in Inglewood, right? Now let me tell you how the Inglewood families and the Queen Street Bloods, they go in this story. I mean, I'm telling you, I lived the life of a Crip in the blood, and I'm not talking about I got put on hoods or anything like this. So she living right by the Inglewood courthouse. She living on Queen Street and Fir. F-I-R, I think it's F-I-R, yep, up in these apartments. In these apartments is the Queen Street Inglewood family apartments. At this time, they was getting along. I don't know if they getting along or beefing now or whatever, but at this time, they was getting along. And the number one dude over there in them apartments was Flacco, a dude named Flacco from Inglewood family who is always in my prayers, and I always wish him the best. These guys gave me a pass, man. You hear what I'm saying? And she'll go to work, my girl, she'll go to work, and I'd be home all day. So one day, a dude knocked on my door. Flacco knocked on my door and he was like, "Hey, blood, where you from? Where you from, homie?" And I was like, "Hey, my mom, she live up in the Swans, Mad Swans and all that." He was like, "You a blood?" I was like, "Nah, I'm a non-affiliate. You know, I just smoke weed and whatever, you know what I'm saying, and rap." And he was like, "Oh, that's what's up." So he was like, "If you ever need anything, just holler at me." And I was like, "All right, for sure." So as I go to the store, it was a store on Eucalyptus Street. I used to go to this liquor store on Eucalyptus in Manchester. Was it Manchester? I think it was. Or Florence. No, it was Manchester and Eucalyptus. It was a liquor store. I used to go there to get blunts and stuff, and I always see him and different things like that, you know what I'm saying? And he introduced me to a couple of his homies and a couple of Queen Streets, so I was kind of, you know, fitting in over there a little bit. But it was this one dude, he just got out of jail. And he was a smart dude. He didn't used to smoke weed. He didn't used to drink. And he used to always question me like, "Hey, what high school you went to? Hey, who do you know?" Like, and I knew that he was trying, it's like he knew that I wasn't a blood. It's kind of like he knew. It's like he knew that I was raised in the Crip neighborhood, right? He was always pressing the issue. So one day, Flacco come over there, and it's like a couple of Queen Streets and a couple of Inglewood families and this other dude that presses the issue. And the dude that pressed the issue, he was like, "Come on, blood, let's bail." And he looked at me, and it's like, I couldn't say no, because it would have made it seem like I was guilty or something, because they was going to go get some weed, chill with some females, laugh. And why wouldn't I come, right? So I was like, "Come on, let's go." Like, we all went, right? And then we went to this dude house who was going to buy, who was going to, you know, we was going to get whatever we needed from, right? And he come out, and it's the homie, man. He don't even recognize me. I recognize him. See, way back in the days, man, in the early 90s, it was this dude, and he lived in Broadway Hood. His name is Perry. He's my homie brother. No. He's my brother homie. My bad. He's my brother homie. And he lived up in the Broadways, but he became from Inglewood family. And we was real cool with them, him and his sister and stuff. So when he came out, I'm like, "Oh my God, these niggas is about to kill me." He is about to say something that's going to make them activate. And sure enough, when he looked at me, he said, "Hey, do you got a brother from East Coast?" And I couldn't say nothing but, "Yeah, man." I said, "Yup." And he said, nigga, that's my nigga. Oh, man, I got so damn happy, man. I'm so damn glad my brother was cool with that dude. He was like, oh, that's my nigga. What's up with your brother, man? He called my brother by his first name, right? He was like, what's up with your brother? What's up with your sister? He knew my sister and my brother, you know what I'm saying? They went to lock together. His name is Perry. He the homie. Perry is in my prayers. He's been in my prayers. And he was like, oh, what's up, man? And all of this and all of that. And see, Perry, he's an OG over there. At the time, he wasn't an OG, but he still was a reputable. By now, he'd be an OG, but they, you know, he was a big homie to the Inglewood families, which made me cool with the Inglewood families that day. Like, I could go over there. That day, I could go over there. You hear what I'm saying? So, we went back. We smoked weed, but this dude that was pressing the issue, he kind of didn't like that, right? He didn't like that. I seen that he didn't like that. He was thinking like, man, this nigga brother is a Crip and all of that. So that mean that he was raised in the Crip neighborhood, all that. I don't like that, blood. I could feel that energy. So a couple of days later, I'm walking down the street to the liquor store on Eucalyptus. And it's like 5 Bloods coming, and he one of them. And I felt the energy. And he started cracking his knuckles. And these guys that I seen, they wasn't the regular Inglewood families that was over there. It's like he brung some other guys. I didn't even know none of them. Just him. So I got nervous like, oh, these fools for the, you know, they for the press it, right? And man, I promise, man, when they was coming and they was almost up to me, I looked to the right because it was a parking lot. And it was my homeboy, Mike Butler, my best friend, man, still to this day, man. It was Mike B. And he had on a big red shirt. Mike B, he cut grass and all of that. He was landscaping and all that. And he got out and he was like, hey, what's up, man? And they seen that. And that stopped them in their tracks because he had on a big red shirt. Mike B, that nigga black. He looked Mike B. He my homie, no disrespect, Mike B. But he looked like the African dude on Amistad. He's real dark skinned. And the nigga, at the time he was cut up. He was doing a landscaping and he had on a big red shirt. He had on a red hat, not a red hat, like a black hat with red in it. He looked like a B-dog. And he was like, hey, what's up? And that stopped them in their tracks. And that just made them accept me even more. You see what happens when the Most High got your back, man? It's like magic. Man, it's like magic, man. You hear what I'm saying? So let me tell you one more thing that happened. And this right here, this small story is why you should always treat everybody fair, man, and be humble. So up in juvenile hall when I was young, 14, 15, I used to be banging Crip hard, man. You feel what I'm saying? I started my own crew, but I still was with the blue. I had my own crew, but I still was with the blue. And when I was in juvenile hall, it was this dude that came in. It was like he was my arch nemesis, man. Like Batman and Robin. His name is Mario. Mario is in my prayers. Mario from Swans. Mario from Swans is in my prayers. He gave me a pass. He could have killed me, man. On everything. Listen, check it out. So, in juvenile hall when I was young, they brung in this dude named Mario. And he was right across the hall from me. Right across the room across. When I look out the window, I seen his. And every time he used to get in the window, I used to be like, F you, fool. And I used to want to fight him, man. It was a gang of times that we was gonna fight. And the thing about Mario, man, is he was short, but he was not a buster. He wasn't a buster, man. He always met me head on, man, when we was young. When we was young up in Los Padrinos Juvenile Hall, man, Unit TU. We was in GH together, man, like Itchy and Scratchy. We was up in TU together, up in like Itchy and Scratchy, man, like Tom and Jerry. Every time we used to see each other, it was on site. We couldn't be up in the same class together. We couldn't even eat at the same time together, me and Mario, right? This is Mario from Swans. I'm calling him his first name. I don't got anything bad to say about him, right? So I'm going to call him his first name. So now I'm in the Swans. Now I'm grown. This is years later. Right? Now I'm in the Swans living. And my neighbor, Candyman, he hook up music. So one night he's gonna hook up some music, and every time he hook up music, he gets some trees and stuff with his money or whatever he do. I don't know what he do with his money. I'm just saying that he smoke a lot of weed and stuff, right? And he'd be like, hold on, I'll be back. And then he'd come with some blunts and stuff. So he was like, I got this client from the hood and I'm going to do his music real quick. I'm going to holler at you in a minute. And guess who pulled up? Mario! Man, I was like, oh, hell no. Out of all the people in the damn universe, you devil, you dirty, slick, dirty, damn rat, damn bastard. You done brung Mario? And look, at this time, Mario is the man. Mario is the man. The damn ultimate damn man. You hear what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say. Mario is the man from Swans. Mario got a brother too, man. I owed him some money, man. I did something stupid, and I'm going to pay you back, brother. You hear what I'm saying? Mario, brother, you know who you is. And Candyman, I'm going to pay y'all back. I promise. But peep, though. I look across the street, and the homie Candyman is telling me to come here to him and Mario. Oh, man. And I was like, hold on. Look, I went back up in the house. I counted my days, man. I was like, okay, how many days do I got to live, man? Because once he figure out who I am, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, man. And then I stayed in the house all that damn night, man. And he finished the beat. And he came back and he was like, hey, what's up, man? You want to smoke? See, we used to smoke a lot. We used to talk about conspiracies and rap. The homie Candyman, he had weights and in the studio in his garage and different things like that. So he was the homie and stuff like that. But I still owed you, bruh. I'm going to pay you back, I promise. Listen. About a couple of weeks later, the same homie Candyman, he like, hey, let's go get some trees from the homie. He got the kush. So we push around the corner and he called his homie. And guess who come out? Mario! He come straight to the truck, man. And he like, hey, what's up? And he looked at me. He looked at me. And I looked at him. And he said, blood, I know you from somewhere. And I said, no, you don't. And he said, I do, nigga. And he looked at me like how a dog look at you, like with the side head, like head to the side. And he looked me in my eyes like murder. And he laughed like, nigga, I know who you is. And he was like, hey, what's up, Candyman? Blood, whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-whoop. And he just left it alone, man. And I was sitting there damn near pissing on myself, man. I'm not just this big bad dude that go around and kill people and tell you that every situation that I was in, I won. And I was brave. Hell to the no. There was a lot of times that I was out of bounds. I was a clown. Look, I was slipping with a capital S. It was the Most High, man. It's always the Most High. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not from no gang. I'm not taking up for any gang. I feel that the 11A East Coast is hard. All the East Coast is hard. I feel that the Swans is hard. I feel that the Florencias is hard. The family, the Inglewood families in the Queen Streets, they hard. Yeah, I lived around them. I'm one of them guys that lived around a lot of neighborhoods and even more. There's going to be a part 3, a part 4, and a part 5 of living in the lion's den, God's protection. Peace.